Welcome to Online Marketing That Makes Sense. I'm your host today, Patrick O'Brien, and this is a marketing podcast packed with social media strategies, productivity tips, traffic growth hacks, marketing truths, and inspirational stories that will help you design your dream business to impact more of the people you feel called to serve. Whether you're a dreamer, have a side hustle, or are looking to take your business to the next level, you're in the right place. Tune in and get inspired. All right, my friends. Today we are going to talk about what is perhaps the most common mistake that entrepreneurs make when they create their list builder. And we're going to peel back the curtain a little bit and talk about what we can do to fix that and make sure that the most amount of people as possible are seeing our list builder in exchange for their emails. So, when it comes to your list builder, remember the list builder is something that you provide your ideal customers in exchange for their email. It helps your audience to just feel more connected with you. They're going to see you as the authority in your market, and it really allows you to nurture that relationship with them in that list builder. Now, if you have a good list builder, it's going to do a number of things. It's going to help your ideal customer have a quick win. It's going to help them see that you are the authority in your space, that you know what you're talking about, and you can help them get that quick win. You can guide them there. It also has to be something that's available right away. It can't be something that's in a few days or in a week coming soon. It needs to be the moment they opt into it, they get it in their inbox or they get transferred to that website after they submit their email and they get access to it immediately. But you want to allow it to have a very clear benefit and solve a very specific problem. You don't want to have a general broad list builder. You want to try to address something very clear and specific. Now, there's perhaps dozens and dozens and dozens of different things that you can do for list builders. But the most important thing is that it has to be kept super simple. It doesn't have to be some advanced, drawn out thing. It needs to just be kept super simple. And there's different types, right? You can help people with your list builder to grow, something that teaches them something, maybe intellectually, or helps them emotionally or physically. And then you can have something that maybe helps them save. Maybe you want to help them save time by organizing, or save their thinking time so they don't have to think. They can just follow these few steps and they can create a recipe or they can create something in their life, right? Those are the kind of things that you're doing. Sometimes list builders are different softwares that you can offer them, or templates and different resources as well. So you have your list builders, and some of the most common list builders I see entrepreneurs using online, and I myself have used, are things like short little ebooks. They can have a lot of pictures. They don't have to be just filled with words. Different PDFs. You can have a mini course, and you can allow yourself to create blueprints. You can even do free little webinars or master classes. You can have different cheat sheets or guides and workbooks, and maybe even some fill in the blanks or challenges, surveys. There's a number of them that you can create. But the point is to remember, create something that solves a specific problem, has a clear benefit to them, and helps them either grow in some way or maybe save time and energy and money in some way, and allows them to see you as the authority. Now, what's the most common mistake, though, that entrepreneurs make when they create their list builder? The most common mistake is that they create it and they just leave it there. Maybe they put a landing page on their website, and then they just hope that people are going to come. Or maybe they occasionally send some traffic to it. Maybe they mention it here or mention it there, and their hope is that people will come. Now, in a separate discussion, we'd have to talk about landing pages and making sure they're optimized the best for our particular ideal customer that leads them to wanting to opt in. Because not everybody clicks for your list builder to go to your landing page, actually puts in their email. Okay? And that has to do with conversion rates and other things. But today we're just going to talk about the most common mistake that most entrepreneurs are making. And that is they're not actually marketing their list builder. Now, when it comes to our courses and memberships and services, we think of, okay, of course, I'm going to market. I'm going to run advertisement. I'm going to do organic traffic marketing. I'm going to post it, and I'm going to tell everybody about my product that they can buy. But what you need to do is take that same energy, that same drive and persistence, and put that behind your list builder. Because the reality is your ability to sell, to have coach, to be able to coach people, to find membership, people to join your membership, it all relies on you having a strong email list, right? And so you need to incorporate into your year opportunities to actually launch your list builder. And you might have one or two very popular list builders, and that's what I recommend you do, is try to, experiment with a couple and see which one's really resonating with your ideal customers, and take that one and begin to drive traffic to it on purpose. And so what we need to do is shift our mindset behind just creating the thing and thinking, well, because it's free, of course they're going to want it. Of course they're going to seek it out because it's free. But that's not how it works. That's not how business works. You have to tell people about it, and then you have to tell them what you want them to do, which is take action by opting in for your list builder in exchange for their email. So let's see how we can solve this. Let's talk about some of the different strategies, marketing strategies, that we can employ for our list builder. Now, one of those is going to be to put a pop-up on your website. Now, I know many of us are annoyed sometimes. We go to a website and a pop-up shows up and we get annoyed, or we can't exit out and we leave, right? But that's not to say that they aren't very effective. And a lot of people will just hit that X button and continue on to your website. But that allows an opportunity to catch people as a pop-up. Now, you can have that pop-up set differently, right? If you're using ConvertKit, you can have a pop-up, or other email service providers. I use ConvertKit, and you can have it pop up at the very beginning when they come to your page, after they've been on your page for a period of time, or when they're about to push the exit button and leave your page, you can have a pop-up show as well. And so you can control that. Now, of course, all these things that you're marketing are going to bring them to your landing page. It's going to bring them to a landing form to where they opt in. So there's going to be an important aspect to make sure our form and our page reflects the right benefit of the list builder that we're giving them. But we're talking about marketing it here. So you have a pop-up at first, okay? Now, the other thing you can do is actually create videos that talk about your list builder. You can do long form videos that are maybe 3 to 5 minutes long. You can create shorter form videos that are 10 to 15 second long, 60 seconds long. And I would encourage you to experiment with your videos. Every market's different how long they're going to watch. The insights on your videos that you're posting on social media and YouTube are going to tell you how long somebody's watching your particular content. So you can kind of use that to gauge. But create videos and have a call to action in that video to download your particular freebie, whatever that list builder is. Another effective a way to market your list builder is going to be, of course, just using Facebook ads. Now, this is an entirely another subject when we talk about running Facebook ads, but there's a very super simple strategy that you can use. And honestly, a lot of entrepreneurs either aren't using it or they don't start using it soon enough in their business. Is you can create a Facebook ad with a landing form inside Facebook itself, so they never have to leave the platform. It's a win-win for you and Facebook. And you just create this landing form on Facebook itself. You put a few different pieces of information in, and they opt in, and then voila, you have their email address. They don't ever have to go off of Facebook to another place, and Facebook's happy with that. And so then you can use the landing form already on Facebook, so you don't have to spend time creating a website page or a landing page elsewhere. You just use the landing form inside of Facebook. And you can practice and experiment with your targeting and get real dialed in to seeing who you want to come to your list builder, right? And opt in for it. And you can have Facebook help you find the right people. Just think of Facebook as an extension of your business, maybe like your virtual assistant, and you have them going and finding the right people to get their emails so that you can give them their list builder. And you can start at $5 a day. You can run $10 a day. I've run many Facebook ads between $5 and $25 a day for landing forms on Facebook, and they do really well. You just set them and then you can leave them. It's just an automated system as well. And of course, we can talk about ways to get a return on our investment with those ads by having upsells, embedded in that too. But that's another marketing strategy for another day. So that's one way. That's another way to advertise your list builder. is just using Facebook ads. As $5-10 a day is a good way to start. Now, you can always use, you should always optimize anything that you do on your website for SEO purposes, search engine optimization purposes. If you put a video out on YouTube, do that as well. Just put enough keywords in there that the algorithm itself understands what it is that you're trying to give and provide. So another place that you can do is on your business page, you'll have a button below your cover photo. In that button, put your call to action to your list builder, put it there as well. You also want to be promoting it every chance you get wherever you can. Do just a simple plug-in to that as well. That might be if you have a podcast and you're talking to people and people might be coming to listen, talk about it on your podcast. Tell them where they can go to get it. Tell them there'll be a link below so they can grab it, but talk about it every chance you get, because podcasts and YouTube and things like Pinterest are long form content. And so people are going to come to that and find that, and, weeks down the road, months and years down the road, and then they'll be able to have their list builder. So it's going to be a marketing tactic that's going to keep on providing value to you. Okay. Now, there's a few other little things you can do. Is you can also be a guest on someone else's podcast, collaborate with other people. You can have other people come on your podcast or YouTube or post on your page or post on your blog, and you can take that and do it for them as well, right? You want to be talking about your list builder on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, and be putting it out there as well in your stories. I wouldn't always be posting your list builder, but you want to, weave it in, every few posts, have a list builder. Show them your list builder, because not everybody that sees your posts will see all of them. You might post 6 posts a day on social media, and the same person might only see 2. They might only see 1. Only anywhere between 5 and 10% of the people following your Facebook page, your Instagram page, are going to see your posts. That's just how the algorithm works. So, but that's a marketing tactic, right? And is getting on other people's platform, collaborating with them is a strategy. Now, here's another super secret tip. I want to give you this tip. It's find somebody in your market that's maybe in a similar niche, right? Like if I help people with Facebook marketing, grow their pages and grow their audience, find the right people and nurture those people to an email list, right? And somebody else does it with Instagram, then collaborate with them. Say, hey, listen, on your thank you page for your list builder, can you put an opt-in for my list builder? And I'll do the same for you, right? So you're pitching yourself to other people who are in your industry. It doesn't matter how small or how big they are. Ask them, can you put on the thank you page after somebody opts in for your list builder, can you put an opt-in for my list builder? Something like, hey, if you enjoyed this, check out my friend's blueprint for blank, and you can grab that here. Just a simple, extension of their opt-in that leads them to taking a chance to your opt-in. And you can do the same for them. You're collaborating back and forth that way. And you can do that with as many people as you want. Imagine if you did that for, 100 people, 100 different other people in your industry, and you had your opt-in on their thank you page, right? That would even encourage you to send people to their opt-in, right? And that could be part of the thing. Like, hey, and then I'll talk about people like, yeah, my Instagram go-to friend is blank. And then you have your people opting in, and then they see your opt-in on the back of that. It's just it's just an awesome way to collaborate, to add value to the entire industry, and to also get your opt-in in front of more people. So those are big ideas, right? You want to do, if you can do speaking events, if you can have meetups or summits and other things like that, or challenges, free challenges, you always want to have your opt-in show up. You always want to have it available for people to grab if you ever go on someone else's platform to do it as well. And when you make your posts on social media, it's also you need to be mindful to put the links for your opt-in in the comments and not putting them in the actual post, because Facebook and Instagram, they're going to throttle you when you try to throw a bunch of links around like that. So add that call to action there, either in your bio on Instagram or down below, in the comments on Facebook. And do this weekly. Do call to action posts on your social media weekly, at least weekly, a couple times a week. on your Facebook page. You can also put a call to action in the button that's under that cover photo as well. But you can also put a call to action in the actual photo and the cover photo of your particular post. Remember, you want to change your cover photo, seasonally and versus on themes. Another awesome hack that I'll give you, and it's sort of a secret hack, is when you go into other groups as your personal profile on Facebook, you can actually click on your name inside that group. You can go to the members and find your name, click on your name, and you can actually edit the cover photo and then edit the little bitty bio description under the photo. And that edit will only appear in that group. So when people see you adding value and become interested in who you are in that group and they click on your name to find out, they'll go to the profile that you set for them to see in that group. And that cover photo, you can have a list builder show there and say, hey, go to this website to find that list builder, and you can lead people in that direction. You can change that cover photo for every group, and it won't affect your actual personal profile's cover photo. So that's super cool and a super simple hack that everybody should be doing. So that's a social media hack. And also, of course, posting groups. Use Facebook groups if you're on Facebook. Share your list builder. Create an engaging type post and have people comment down in that post something. And then the reason being is because when they comment, everybody that's new coming into your group, they're going to leave a comment, and that's going to bump that post higher in the group. And you're just going to keep filtering that same post over and over again. People are going to be seeing it and opting in for your list builder as your group on Facebook grows. So that's going to be a super helpful way for you to do that as well. Of course, there are other more advanced ways to market your list builder too if you have any connection with larger media corporations or other big websites where you can put your opt-in for that as well. You can do that, but you should definitely be using some form of either podcast, Pinterest, or YouTube to really have a long form content placed. You can use blogs on your website too, but somewhere where they can always be going to find it and opting in for it. And you can always have more opt-ins for those who are already on your email list as well. All right, my friends, that's going to be today's discussion on the most common mistake that people make when creating their list builders is just not marketing it, drawing attention to it, and putting it out there in the world to making it popular with their social media platforms, collaborating with others, putting it on their thank you pages, and just helping the world to find it. And Facebook ads and Instagram ads are very helpful in doing that as well. Very inexpensive to just always have people signing up to your email list. You should always have people joining your email list. It should be always something, whether that's just 3 to 5 a day or 30 to 50 a day or 500 a day. You should always be incorporating some system to growing your email list. And then you can talk later on about how to actually have different upsells as they join so that you can somehow offset or break even with your ad cost if you're running ads to those list builders. All right, well, that's enough juicy goodness for today, and we'll talk again real soon in the next episode.